How to use ROSI maintenance screens. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand the purpose of a maintenance screen and navigate the functionalities of a maintenance screen. ROSI's default appearance is a dark color scheme, but for the purpose of this video, we changed the way ROSI looks. To make this change on your end, visit the ROSI appearance page at uoft.me/rosi-appearance and follow the instructions provided. Let's start with what a maintenance screen does. Maintain Degree POST Basic Information Screen is an example of a maintenance screen. Maintenance screens are used to enter and modify information in ROSI, such as adding, modifying, or deleting a record. Maintenance screens all have an action field. Generally, every online update to ROSI is performed on a maintenance screen. Now, let's learn how maintenance screens work. All maintenance screens in ROSI have the following common features: action line, key fields, display only fields, Y and no fields. The Maintain Degree POST Basic Information Screen, 1AAA, is an example of a maintenance screen in ROSI. The first feature is the action line, displayed on the third line of the screen on the left. The action line identifies the types of actions that you may perform using a maintenance screen. Up to 7 actions may be available. The available actions for each screen are listed in parentheses. Let's review all the available actions. A is used to add a record. B is used to browse the existing records, which is displayed in a list on another screen. C is used to clear data values from the screen, except for key fields information, without deleting information from ROSI. It does not delete the record from ROSI, it merely blanks out the fields. D is used to display a record, one specific record, not all the available records. You need to enter appropriate key fields information, such as a POST code, a start or end session date, or both to get results from ROSI. M is used to modify a record, such as making changes or additions. N is used to show the next record. And P is used to purge a record, which means deleting a record. The list of actions that you see may not include all 7 actions. It will depend on your security access. Let's view some action line examples. If you need to find a specific POST code, but only have the first part of it, type in the first part in the POST code field, for instance ERPRG, and use the action B for browse to tell ROSI to list all existing records for this POST code. If you need to check a specific program of study, enter the POST code and use the action D for display. It gives you one specific record only, not all the available records, which is why you need to enter the appropriate POST code information. Some ROSI screens may require other key field information, such as a start or end session date, or both to get a result. When a record already exists, but you need to change it, you would select the action M to modify the record. Let's say I want to modify candidacy required from yes to no. I would type N in the candidacy required field, and then type M in the action line and press enter to save. You should get a confirmation message saying POST code modified successfully. Special characters, accent over or under characters, should never be used when entering information on ROSI text lines, such as accents in the surname, previous name, or first name fields. The second maintenance screens feature is the key field. In ROSI, the key fields define the record and ensure uniqueness. They cannot be modified. By convention, the fields that appear immediately under the action line are the key fields. They are the fields that the system uses to identify the data displayed and locate and update records. Key fields differ depending on the type of screen. The remaining fields on the screen are called data fields. They also differ depending on the type of screen. On the Maintain Degree POST Basic Information screen, POST code is an example of a key field, and the remaining fields are the data fields. The third maintenance screens feature is the display only fields. They are not underlined, and you cannot enter anything in these fields as they are for reference purposes only. On the Maintain Degree PUST Basic Information screen, the display-only field is title. The UTM Bachelor's Degree Program title for the PUST code is automatically inserted by ROSI. Another common example on many ROSI screens is the Change by User ID field. Here is an example with the Maintain Student Marks and Credits screen. Type 4 CAAF in direct command to go to the screen. Enter a person ID and a session date. Then use D next to one of the courses to display it. The Change by User ID field is automatically updated by ROSI when the user updates a record, and it's a non-modifiable field. In this example, entered by, entered date, approved by, and approved date are display-only fields generated automatically by ROSI when the screen was modified to include the student's mark in FSC2 71H5. Another feature is the YN fields. The YN to the right of any field name signifies that the only valid values for that field are Y for yes and N for no. The YN fields are identified on the Maintain Student Marks and Credits screen. That's it! Now you know how to use ROSI maintenance screens. Want to learn more about ROSI? Check out the other learning videos from the ROSI Overview course page, or go to the Enterprise Service Center website and check the Student Information Systems knowledge base articles.